Hi, today I'm going to be talking about how TV shows and movies can help prevent suicide. Now, how many of you watch Netflix? Have you ever seen a show that you're so addicted to and the second it comes out you have to watch it? Now, for some of my Netflix fans, have you ever heard or seen the TV show 13 Reasons Why? Now, I vaguely remember when that TV show first came out, I was very skeptical of watching it because I'm the type of person who's always in their head, and I was afraid that I was going to have suicidal thoughts after watching it. But after watching the show, I gained more of a perspective. I realized that words can hurt and to never judge a book by its cover. I had also realized that if the girl in the TV show Hannah had just reached out in the first place, then maybe she wouldn't have taken her own life. But at the end of every episode, there was resources that you could go on to if you or someone you know was going through suicidal thoughts. So, today I'd like to talk to you first about why TV shows or movies are preventing about suicide. Second, how resources today are dealing with shows or movies that have suicides warning on them. And third, how you can help many struggling teens and adults prevent suicide. All it takes is one voice. Now, first and foremost, what is suicide? How many of you have heard the term suicide at some point in your life? Or you may have children that you want to have this conversation about. Well, suicide is an act of instance of killing oneself intentionally. Use yourself as an example of finding ways to end the pain and suffering that you're feeling. According to the National Suicide Prevention Hotline, they provide free and emotional support to anyone who is going through any type of harm. You can be that person who calls and helps your friend or yourself that's in need, so they are still here today. But if you are too afraid to call this prevention hotline, that is completely okay. There are so many things that you can go to. For instance, there is this app called BetterHelp. Now, BetterHelp is an app with trained therapists that you can go to anytime at any point of the day whenever you need them. Now, unfortunately, if you have money issues, that's completely fine too, because they do have a financial aid option. But also, if you are a part of the LGBT community, there is called the Trevor Project, which helps with suicide prevention for anyone who is a part of that community. It has a 24/7 hotline and instant free text messaging 7 days a week. Second, now we are making a comeback back to the show 13 Reasons Why that I explained in the beginning. Now, some people believe that this helped prevent suicide, and others believe that it didn't really help prevent suicide. It encouraged it more. Now, according to the article, How 13 Reasons Why is Changing the Conversation About Suicide, psychologist Teresa Reed claimed that she wasn't surprised that the show had gotten so much attention because there were some scenes that were quite raw. Now, coming from the person who has seen the show and seen all the seasons, I will agree that there were times that I had to skip some episodes because they were raw and I just couldn't handle it. But many people believe that this show didn't help prevent suicide because when you watch a TV show and you see someone face the same things you're feeling, you're going to think, oh, that person's not feeling it anymore. I'm just going to do the same thing. However, on the upside, people did believe that this show did help prevent suicide because it was great for parents. It was a great way for them to connect with their kids and find out that if they're going through the same thing, and also help them better understand what suicide is and what they can do to help. Now, no matter your beliefs regarding whether TV shows or movies prevent suicide or not, we should act fast and help anyone that we can who needs our help. In the Suicide Prevention Resource Hotline article, Jessica Timmons had seen that a 2014 review claimed that despite high rate of death by suicide Americans, roughly 40% of those people with mental health conditions don't seek help. All it takes is one person to say the wrong thing, and I don't want to be the reason that someone took their own life. I'd rather help that person and get the help that they need and give them reasons why they are so important to be here. If you or someone you know is going through a mental crisis, please do not be afraid to reach out. Be that person to help. All it takes is one voice, and you could be the reason that that person is still here today. It's best to act fast when someone you know is wanting to take their own life. Know the signs, such as increased drug and alcohol use, aggressive behavior, and withdrawals from friends and family. We are all impacted when someone we know is wanting to take their own life. We should act fast and educate ourselves or anyone else in any way possible. It's hard at first, but just remember you are loved and wanted in this world. Please do not be afraid to reach out. Be there for them, educate others, and help those people get connected. Let's make a difference and stop someone from making this mistake. So, we talked about many different things. I've told you about what suicide is, how resources are acting to help prevent suicide, and what TV shows and movies are doing. Today, I'd like to leave you on this little note. This is a reminder to be kind to everyone. You don't know everyone's stories. Do not be the reason that someone took their own life. Be the reason that that person is still here today. It may be scary, but know and understand that you're not alone and the situation will get better. But taking your own life isn't the answer. Many people get second chances, but sadly others do not. Please reach out if you are having these thoughts. This world needs you, you just don't know it yet. Think about how you're going to help prevent this tough topic from happening to your kids or when you have kids. So, thank you.